scale shutoff can be totally frustrating when it happens right in the middle of weighing out your soap ingredients. What will happen is you'll be weighing out your stuff, then using the tare function to zero out your scale to weigh the next ingredient, adding each liquid ingredient one after another in the same container, and your scale decides to turn off right when you're adding more oil. Even if you separately weigh one ingredient at a time, you really don't want to start over after the slow glug 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 of 60 ounces of olive oil, right? This is Jamie at Soap Authority, and I share tips and shortcuts I've learned since I first started making soap in April of 2009. Now, chances are your MyWay scale didn't arrive programmed to stay on, since the manufacturer figured that extending the battery life was a top priority. Now, I prefer to save time, minimize frustration, and make sure I don't waste money. So, grab your scale and let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your scale is plugged into an outlet or you have correctly installed the batteries. This part is missing from the instructions and it won't work if you start with your scale turned on. Now, while holding the hold button down, press the start button and hold until your scale turns on and you see the letters NB followed by a 0, 1, or 2. NB is a setting that sets weight response, or more specifically, how fast your scale measures what it's weighing. NB0 is the slowest, NB2 is the fastest, and NB1 is kind of middle of the road. You can scroll through these options by pressing the Mode button. To select the one you want, press Tare. Next, the Off menu will come up. The Off 1 sets your scale to shut off after 2 minutes. Off 2 sets your scale to automatically shut off after 5 minutes. Your Off 0 programs your scale to stay on continually until you manually shut it off with the power button. So Off 0 is the one you want. While your scale shows Off 0, press the Tare button to set it. Finally, test it before you start weighing soap ingredients to make sure it will really stay on for longer than 5 minutes. If you are worried about forgetting to turn off your scale and draining the batteries, you do have the option to buy an AC power adapter. That's what I did, and I found it really helpful. I don't ever have to worry about changing the batteries. So hopefully this saves you some frustration so you can get back to soap making.